Got it.
Okay.
Wonderful. So, hello again. I am happy to see everyone again. It's um, it's been challenging, and we have Miss Carolyn joining in, trying to help her get set up here. But what I want to relay, Carolyn, you need to unmute yourself. What I want to pass on to everyone is some of the changes, because Carolyn has been away for a while, but she was on a good cause, working continuously to help us with our election. So I'm happy to see you back among us. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Glad to be back.
Thank you. It's good to see you. But there are several changes that I kind of mentioned, or I did mention to people last week, but just to give us a fresh flavor of other things, and a lot of it is learning about different things that we can share. But in the past, I always had what I call my wow, which is my word for the week. And I decided that the word for the week, while it's a wonderful thing, it really required some more information. And I decided to change from my wow to my pal. Okay. And that being that now it's become my phrase of the week. And I also made it open to invite you at any point that you have something that you want to share, because we really do need, at least I feel, need to build on inspiration for ourselves as well as each other, because it does require that we keep each other moving forward and going, however it may be. So my phrase for this week, or my pal, is based upon, I extracted some words from a poem that a friend of mine sent me years ago. In essence, the poem is "You're Not Alone." But the words that I chose out of this reads, "If a mountain seems too big today, then climb a hill instead. And what you will find is the mountain will still be there when you want to try again." And the reason in particular I kept this poem is simply because when we look at everything as this mountain, I mean, it's huge, it's big. But if you opt to turn it into a hill, which is much smaller, it's easier to conquer things and make it, put it in a posture that's easier to handle. Because sometimes we're always looking at the mountain and not looking at a hill, and it really makes you become depressed and other things. But the irony of this is I had pulled this out prior to the inaugural address. And the young lady, Amanda Gorman, that did the poem, or the poet for that, her poem was based on the hill we climb. And if you follow the words of that, it really talks about breaking things down and maintaining a positive frame of mind. And I wanted to go back and listen to that poem again, but I just thought it was like unique that something that I chose, taking a mountain and turning it into a hill. And she talked about the hill we climb. So that's my spoken word. Miss Gwen, you want to unmute yourself? Okay, there she is. We're good?
Good.
So any questions, comments?
I like that. There used to be a song by Shirley, who used to sing this song? It's a song they used to sing about, Lord, give me the strength to climb this mountain, or something like that. But we all have mountains in our lives, and we climb it. I feel like I'm at the top now. I'm easing on down in my senior years.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. So
Like it used to be, but I think I don't want to take away from what you say, but you know, the young lady that spoke at the inauguration, someone sent out a text this morning. Can I read it?
Certainly.
It said, "There is always light. If only we are brave enough to see it. If only we are brave enough to be it." That's it.
That's true. Very good. Thank you for sharing. Okay. On that note and moving forward, let's take on these little hills that we're about to discuss today. Carolyn, as I said, because you have been away the longest, so there was a amount of things. So if you see some adjustments along the way and you have a question, feel free to ask. Okay, this is a bit of information. I read this the other day and it honestly surprised me. I always talked about when we were doing jury and getting involved with magnets and other things, how important it is to be aware if you're giving something away that has a magnet in it. But what I didn't realize is for those of us that may have the newer phones, like this is the new iPhone 12, you see that? But these new phones have a mag in the back, the mag charges. And finally, I guess it came to light and Apple finally published something about it, is that that magnet in those phones are extremely powerful. And if you have any type of appliance in your body, pacemaker, whatever, how important it is to keep that away from you. And in particular, they reference people that will put the phone or something like in their pocket. And I'm notorious because I wear these old work shirts and everything. And normally when I'm moving about, I always stick my phone in my pocket. Mm-hmm. But I'm just bringing this to you in case you haven't read that, or if you know somebody that has this, be very, very careful about where you place this phone. Because even though you don't see the magnet is in here, because as soon as I plug in with that the mag plug is around this, it just automatically pulls it onto it. That's how it charges the phone. So when I read that, I thought it was interesting enough to share that with you. Of course, I stopped putting my phone in my pocket. But it's just interesting. And one of the things that came out of people were complaining that Apple didn't do enough to advertise and make people aware about the power of that magnet that's built into those phones. So I just thought, when I read that, I thought I would pass that on. Okay. In addition to that, I mentioned earlier that Fire Mountain was having a major discontinuance sale on a lot of Swarovski crystals. And apparently even more crystals are being discontinued. And I was curious as to whether or not, well, since they're not the manufacturer, does that mean Swarovski is reducing inventory and not replacing it ever because they're downsizing? It's just interesting, but I know that if you're doing anything with crystals and checking in the Fire Mountain, you notice that they're having another big sale based on crystals that are being discontinued. Ellen, have you heard anything about that, or do you know anything more about it?
Well, I haven't heard anything else. The last I heard is that they were discontinuing certain styles.
Right, right.
Whether or not it's going to be permanent or they're going to be replacing it with something else, I have not yet heard.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anything else, but I saw the other notice about the discontinuance of things like that.
Ann.
Yes.
I have a question. I broke a stretch bracelet last week, and I was trying to find some stretchy cord that would that I could fix it with that wouldn't stretch too much or break. I called myself repairing it, but when I put it on my arm, it stretched again. The stretch cord, the stretchy stuff I had didn't hold. So I went online and I saw something called Opalon.
Opalon, yeah.
And I ordered that. I haven't gotten it as yet. And I was wondering, had you used that? And is that better than that stretchy rubber-like stuff I was using?
Stretch X, it's just called stretchy cord or whatever.
The one that I ordered, or the
No,
one?
the one that you used
The
previously.
one that I used previously. I mean, it's just stretch. You put it on there and you think you got it secured and it'll just stretch and it doesn't hold true.
Right.
So, and I was wondering if you had used that other stuff.
Now,
I think Ellen was about to say something about it.
Right. Go ahead, Ellen.
No. I've used Opalon before, and it does hold its stretch, but you still have to glue it.
Yeah, you still have to glue it?
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep the knot from sliding.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I want to think it's like Stretch X or something like that previously. But even when I use, which is very rare, any type of stretchy cord, I always glue the knot.
Well, I glued it too, but it still stretched too much from, after I tried it on, I said, oh no, this is not going to work. So,
right.
So, Ellen, is the Opalon, is that like a fiber or a cord as opposed to a stretchy rubbery like substance?
It's almost like a stretchy rubber, but it's a little more substantial.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see when it comes. I ordered it Sunday. It should be here today, hopefully.
How you spell that, Opalon?
It's Opelon or something. Opolon or something to that effect. Wait a minute. It's Opelon. That's what it is. I have it written here on the thing.
Opelon.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
It's hard to find, though. I tell you that.
What is
the Opalon?
Oh,
now they have some by Beadsmith, but when I read the review, well, all of it's by Beadsmith, but there was a lot of reviews that said it wasn't worth anything. And then I found some that said that the Opalon was the best thing since sliced bread. So we'll see.
Of course they will. They sell it.
Well, I'm not, that particular brand I'm not really familiar with, but I will look it up. I'm just curious about it. Okay, ladies, thank you for sharing that information. Now, in addition to one of the other things I'm doing as an add-on to this is because in some of the other classes, we always talked about trying to enhance our learning information that we know about beads and just other components that we use in our jewelry making. So based upon that, I, and this is the first week that I'm really doing this, created, and it's to build a blog going forward, is Do You Know That? And that will be the information pertaining to my discussion for the week, okay? So, and one of the books, Carolyn, that I'm looking at is a lot of things, because this is a new book and it's not necessary that you order, but we wanted to talk about the beads themselves and the exploration of how other countries and all use their beads. So one of the things, and this is my Do You Know That? Get this open up, fact for this week. And I will type these out. And if you find that you want to keep it or something, let me know. I'll be happy to email it to you. But my Do You Know That fact or info for this week is based on Chinese jade. And what it says is Chinese jade has been treasured by the Chinese for more than 7,000 years. They call it Yu. And it was used in burials to preserve and keep the corpse intact in religious and rainmaking ceremonies. It is considered to be the good luck stone. And I knew in the past, a lot of people chose jade to use in making their jewelry pieces. And I'm sorry for the snipples. The primary types of jade, there are three, is Burmese pale emerald, carved mid-green, and the modern dark green. Because jade is a very, very hard product. What's interesting to me when I was reading this, when it says that it's considered to be a good luck stone, However, they use it to preserve and keep a corpse intact. So I'm trying to figure out the good luck side on the other side.
Well, I was going to ask that. How is it going to, how would they use it to preserve the in burials?
Well, it didn't expand on that part, but you know, from one end of the spectrum to the other. And but even reading up about jade from the book itself, in China they have these huge jade markets, and that's all they do is sell jade. And of course, if I thought about it, when you go into a lot of the Asian restaurants, Chinese restaurants, they have the jade statues there. And oftentimes, of course, the Buddha represents a lot of things in the Chinese faith, but you have to look at it and consider it. They always have these humongous figurines or statues in the restaurants. So I guess that's where the good luck part comes out of it. I don't know, and it didn't really clarify how they use it in rainmaking, but it did reflect on the fact that with the pieces that were carved, most of the beads that had carvings in it was on a darker shade of the jade itself. And I'm assuming because, and I said my assumption, that by doing so, it really was a harder piece of material that made it easier to carve, and using the stones or saws or whatever they used to, you know, work with that. But then when you look back 7,000 years ago, they certainly didn't have some of the tools, grinding tools and other things that we use now to do this with. So that becomes part of the miracle of things that were done years ago without all of the tools we have today. And I do have a pair of earrings that I made using these little jade figurines, but I also determined that the jade pieces I had was, even though it's jade, it was not, or it is not the best, because it's very, very pale in color. And the darker the pieces are, the better the quality of the jade. So I did learn that out of doing the research for that.
So I guess what you had was the mid-green, huh?
I want you all to know Carolyn is back.
Yes, I am, with a vengeance.
I would imagine too, long time ago, that it's expensive now, but it would have been even more expensive because they did not have the tools that they do currently have to drill and to get what they want. So you can just imagine, I guess they chipping away at the stones to get what they want, whereas now they don't have to do as much chipping. They can just simply drill into and shape with the different tools today.
I agree. And in looking at that or learning about that, it really does give you a deeper appreciation for some of the pieces that we just take for granted. That hole is just in there, that just occurred or something like that. And you're right, Gwen, with the tools we have today, where we can do things like that. Because even when I use my drill, and I have some diamond bit drills for some of the things I use, but it's also true when you get into a person being a gem cutter or a stone cutter, if you don't know how to read where the vein is in a piece, why it will shatter on you, really. I thought that was interesting.
And speaking of miracles, you remember back in the pyramid, when they built the pyramids? It's amazing how they did that with what little few tools they had.
Exactly.
Aliens.
There's a lot of miracles. Aliens. What did she say?
Sukala was not there at that time.
Aliens built it.
What'd she say?
Aliens.
Oh.
Ancient aliens.
That's what I'm saying. Sukala was not there at that time.
That's how they built it. Ancient aliens. They didn't have no tools to build that.
Okay.
I don't know, but it's there.
It is. Yeah, they had help.
Okay. Before I go into our show and tell and talk, I want to remind everyone that tomorrow, January 28th, at 10 o'clock in the morning is when we will have the MLK trivia. In case you're interested in joining in, because we normally always did our Martin Luther King celebration, and Buffy always had a number of activities planned for us, but they're doing that tomorrow at 10 in the morning, okay? So mark your calendars, and I'm hoping you're going to join in. And definitely you must, we having on February 5th, the National Wear Red Day. That's Women's Heart, so don't forget about that. Yeah, please. Did everyone receive the current schedule that was, when will they release it? I think it was Sunday.
Sunday, I got it. Yeah.
Everybody has that? Okay,
What was that?
The latest virtual class schedule.
When was that, you said?
It was Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I got it. I didn't get it. Would you forward that to me?
Why am I not surprised to hear that comment?
I don't know why you're not
because
surprised.
you out of circuit. You're out of circulation.
I will be
you out of
happy to
circulation.
forward that to you, Carolyn.
Thank you, Gwen. I mean, Ann.
She probably is going to need to contact them to update their information so she can get it.
That's true. You know about that. She's forgotten everything while she's, how long were you going? 6 months, 7 months?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
All right. Well, I will send you the current schedule after class.
Thank
and
you.
I will chat with you about verifying again and updating your information just in case. Okay. I know that Gwen has been taking care of you in the interim, but whatever we need to do.
Something just popped up on my screen, said your default microphone has switched to something. Do you hear me?
I hear you, but I don't see you anymore.
I don't see you either.
I don't see it either.
So you may try logging out and logging back in.
Proper. Let's change the microphone, high def webcam, and I don't know.
Isn't that your new desktop you're using?
Yes. Wait a minute. Okay.
You're back.
Okay.
Oh, I have to be a jack of all trades for her.
Yes, you do.
Laretha, don't laugh at her. You have no idea what a trouble child she is sometimes for me.
Loretta, I love you and Nancy and Ellen and Julia.
Didn't we say she could always mess up names? That is Laretha.
I'm looking at Laretha. I'm sorry, Laretha.
But you were saying Loretta.
Okay.
She knows who I'm talking, who I'm referring to.
I'm looking at those high heel shoes.
What high heel shoes?
Talking about the shoe right she has back here. She loves to do this. She's a show off. And I think that some of them have been, I don't think there's many as they used to be.
Well, I did get rid of some of them, but no, I'm in my office, Laretha, and I run out of space in my closet for my shoes, so I got some of them in here over the door, okay? That's what that is.
You know, some of us made changes for the new year, but some of us
have not had time. I have been tired, okay?
Okay, no problem. Glad to see you. Let's go to show and tell while we have the group here. So we can get this in. But Carolyn, you know I am so happy to see you.
And I'm happy to see all of you. I really
Thank you.
am.
All right.
With the exception of one, but we won't call her name.
Be nice.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
Okay, what I did is I switched to a shared screen.
Oh.
I'm sorry, ladies, my diesel drip is really bad today, but I'm trying to manage here. So we had several individuals that submitted pieces for our Today Show and Tell. And we have been looking at Wire again. And of course, Ellen sends in these spectacular pieces that she does, incorporating the Wire that I love. And Miss Julia she took her chainmail to another level. Oh. So let me start by showing you these things that were submitted, and then we will move forward from there. How's that? So first I'm going to start with Ellen. And Ellen, I normally line these up in by the picture number, but you can tell me which should go first if I open something that's not your first one, because this one is like 54. So I just started with that. Now this is your final piece, right?
Yeah, that's the final piece.
So do you want me to go?
It doesn't matter. It's all the same.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I knew you focus on different parts, components of it. So I wanted you. So do you want to talk about this?
It's what's called a mermaid braid.
Mermaid braid?
A mermaid braid.
Okay.
And
it's beautiful.
It has a core wire that holds it together.
I see it in here.
Yeah, that's the inside. And I think it's 14 gauge I use for the core wire.
Okay.
And the braiding wire is 24 gauge. So you separate the wires, the braiding wire on both sides of the core wire. So you have 6 on each side.
Okay.
And you braid from the outside going in. So my core wire, the first wire on the left side, I will take it around the core wire, move it over to the front of the line on the left side. Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm out with this one simply because I don't know how to braid.
Oh, okay.
So, and it's interesting because Lillian was supposed to teach me how to braid before she relocated back to Houston. And I never learned how to braid.
That's beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Ellen, you said you braided that. That's just like a plait, just a regular plait braid?
No, because the plait braid just has 3 strands.
And this has
you got 6 strings.
This has 12 strands, 6 on each side.
Wow. Wow. It's gorgeous.
So when you braided it, okay, how do you do 12 strands?
Well, you have 6 on each side, and you braid from the outside going in. So my last strand on each side, I will braid that first, but I will go around the core wire and bring it around to the same side that I took it from, but that would be wire number 1. Whereas when I started, it was wire number 6.
You know when it's available.
Huh?
I'm trying to say, was that a comment or something? Nancy, did you say something?
Oh, no, that's okay.
All right.
So Ellen, was that pattern online or something? Or are you able to give us a pattern? I think that's just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
You know I love wiring and stuff like that. So
I think there's a pattern on Lisa Nevin Kelly's website, Beducation.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah.
You said Lisa Nevins, N-E-V-I-N
Kelly.
Oh, Lisa Kelly?
Lisa
Nevins Kelly.
Beautification?
Yeah.
Beautification?
Beducation. B-E-A-D-U.
F-I-C-A-T-I-O-N.
C-A-T-I-O-N.
Yeah, but that's gorgeous, Ellen. I love it. It is. That's a beautiful too. What I can go back down here for a minute. I'm missing arrows. Hold on a sec. What I did, I'm just trying to pick up for you. I love the closure pieces that you make. I love it. Yeah, that really enhances it.
And how did you add those? I can't, did you just glue them? I can't.
No, they're not glued.
The caps are there.
It's the core wire that I used to form the loop.
Yeah, in here.
What did she say?
See, she has a core wire that's 14 gauge. That's really in the center. And these pieces is from the core wire that she brought it through, because the weaving, the braiding part is around the core wire. And she took those wires and brought it through the bead cap. But that core wire came up through the center of the bead cap, so she could make her loops and end pieces. Am I interpreting
that is correct?
Okay. Because, I mean, you can see it here.
Wow. Oh, so the core wire is bronze or whatever color that is. That's coming through the top.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. Right.
Where'd you get those little pops from, though? That's just, I love those. It's just.
No, I mean, it's really beautiful. You did a great job with that. I love it. And that's what's nice about
great job
making the piece, because then you can make your closure of a size that works and enhance the piece, other than just putting on a little, you know, one that's much thinner or something like that. But it's really beautiful. Really gorgeous. Very nice. So how long did it take you to braid the wire around the core?
Oh, it took me about 6 hours.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised. I thought you would say a couple of days.
No.
No, it's gorgeous. It's really, really nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, and then we had Miss Julia, and I saw this piece, not the piece, but this pattern before, but I love it. This is her chainmail work.
Nice.
Laretha, didn't I show you all about chainmail? I don't remember.
No, we didn't. I don't remember us doing
chainmail. Okay. Well, the chainmail concept is built based upon connecting jump rings together to create designs. Is where chainmail is. And when we started doing this in the intermediate class, of course, you know, I had some people that absolutely blew it out of the water with the designs and other things that they did. But I love, so what she's done is she has her bead that's inserted in her pieces, but you can see where her jump rings are connected there. So Ms. Julia, you want to talk about your piece?
Nothing more than, like you said, it's the jump rings. I don't remember what size, but the beads are 6 millimeter. They're just regular glass beads. And I did make the little closure. You were talking about, I heard you mention that chainmail last week. I never heard that before. So anyway, I looked online and saw some. So I just tried it.
A great job you did.
That's good. I like that.
That's nice.
Oh, I love the closure. You made the closure, you say?
I did that. I've been trying to work on that wire thing.
And how do you get the beads to stay in there?
It's the technique. You kind of have to take
it depends on the size of the jump ring.
And you put two together and then you
because you want to be when you attach them, it's going to hold it in. You really is creating a cage that bead sits in. So your jump ring ought to be of a size that when it's connected to the next one, it locks it in and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Now,
so you made the jump rings?
I'm sorry.
Jump rings?
No, those are just just standard jump rings. I had bought a pack of them. Just used them.
Good job. Good job.
No, it's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. Yes, it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, Carolyn, you did the chainmail in class though, didn't you?
Girl, that's been so long I can't remember. I have forgotten so much. I don't know. I can't recall. Okay. But I like that. I like everything that you have up there. Laretha, what have you made? You and Nancy usually have a lot of stuff out.
Well, remember, Laretha spends more time in Friday's class.
I do have a necklace and earring set where I joined the beads. Next week I'll show it.
Okay.
Well, I worked for wire, but I didn't do the chainmail, but I did work with wire.
You see what happens when you can cross over? Now,
yes, this, I like it.
Gwen, is she still there? Gwendolyn.
I don't see her.
I don't see her either. Because she said this is something she did a long time ago. We were talking about using wire quality and creating your closures and for your wire.
Did she make these beads herself?
I wanted to ask, but she's not there. And like I said,
okay, there I am.
Okay, so
I had muted because my dog was barking.
Oh, okay. You not only muted, you took your face away. We didn't see.
Still don't see
so
it.
I'm not there anymore.
No, you are now, but you were gone. Okay. So I had to look up the phone number because I didn't see the name. This is yours, is it, Gwen? Okay. Make certain I had the right number. So you want to, the question was asked about whether you made the beads, I think. Was that right?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
No, I didn't make the beads. That was something that we did some time ago. And Carolyn, you was in the class when we did this.
I don't remember your beads.
Okay. All right. But we did, we did this some time ago, as I said, I hadn't done anything new, but I went back to some wire stuff that I had done some time ago. And no, I did not make the beads.
They're colorful, very
nice. I like those.
Very colorful.
And then you made the spacers, the wire.
Yeah, I did that. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Nice.
I was using copper with the plates where you see in for the spacers.
Yeah. Were we using a coiler at that time? Is that what we were learning? I can't remember.
I think we were using the coiler because we've done the coiler several times.
That's nice.
This is Gwen's also.
That's leather.
Huh?
Is that leather?
Copper.
Yeah, but the
leather.
All of this is
we was using copper wire. I was using copper wire.
This is copper, but what material is this?
That's copper too.
Oh, is it?
How did you get it that color, or is it just
because I bought it like that?
Oh.
It looks like leather.
It does.
It does.
No, that's copper wire.
Ah, okay.
Come on, Gwen. Is that leather?
I'm looking at it right here in my hand. No, it's copper.
Okay, did you put some liver stuff or something on it to make it turn color?
Well, I'm looking at it in my hand. It looks more copper in my hand than it does on there.
Oh, okay.
Now,
it's pretty. I love it. I love it.
I do too.
Very nice. I like that.
I'm serious. You are such a challenge.
Yes, I am. You'll never have a dull moment with me.
Never, never, never.
And Ken, you have to remember too, Carol, and I go all the way back with Ann from 2011.
Okay. So 2011, when did I come? 2012?
Yeah, you did. You came after I did.
Yeah.
It's still up for discussion when you came.
Oh, Lord. Why do I put up with this, Father? I do not know.
What I'm looking for is, and I was looking for the piece that Ellen did, and I'm doing this simply because you weren't here, and I know you work real well with the wire.
Oh,
yeah, beautiful.
Evelyn, did you do the chain yourself?
Yeah, Ellen, don't answer because she's looking for Evelyn.
Now you, okay? Evelyn.
What did I say?
Evelyn.
Evelyn, not.
I hate y'all.
This is a constant with Carol, but I wanted you to see the design in this.
That is gorgeous.
Wow.
It is gorgeous.
I want you to show me when we ever get back into the fact where we can be in each other's company. I would love for you to show me how to do that. That is gorgeous.
It is.
I love it.
But this is one of my favorite because I love that Cadillac stone is in there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But this is really, when you look at it, it's really very simple as far as the design.
What gauge wire did she use?
That was 18 gauge.
Mm-hmm. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Oh, Ellen, look, you have arrived now because she gave you the blessed. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
I hate her. Not you, Ellen.
All right, there you go, Carol.
Oh, Lord, look at here. You guys have been busy. Now, who did this one?
Ellen.
Oh, Ellen at the top. This is gorgeous.
The thing is, Laretha, Carolyn's niche is the wire. When she's working with the wire, she does fantastic with it. She really does. So that's her area of expertise. Even though she's always very shy about it, which is the reason I'm showing her the designs and things like that. But
this is gorgeous. I need to get with Ellen, not Evelyn, but that is beautiful. Golly.
So you okay now? And
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. And I think, what do you think about this bracelet piece?
I love it too. And all the, I did something with some coils like that. This is Ellen too. Oh, she's great. Yeah.
Yes, she is. She's a show off, is what she is.
Yes, she is. I agree with
Ellen does not sleep at night.
I agree with you, Laretha. She is a show off.
Yes. Ellen does not sleep at night. Ellen be up all night long.
That is beautiful.
I'm up half the night.
You do what?
I said I'm up half the night.
Okay. Yeah.
But Gwen, you should be doing something like that too, because you tell me you be up all night.
I'll be up, but I don't be on that though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Ellen be up creating.
Yes. I used to.
No,
when you get your best creations when you sleep at night and everything is quiet.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
She must be a Marine. Were you in the military? You did go by 7 o'clock that most of us do all day?
Yep.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so as I pointed out earlier, we've been doing a lot, focusing on things that people have done with wire. And in those areas where they may need some help with wire and other things, let me know. And that's where the focus is, because it's still trying to get back to things that you may already have at home that you won't have to be concerned about going out buying something. And what I will do, Carolyn, is send you that bracelet pattern that I gave out. That's pretty basic, but it involves wire. I think you like that also.
Okay, thank you. Shut up, Amy.
Yeah, we really miss you, Carolyn.
Yeah, I can see how much y'all did.
I did, really. But I have to be nice to my girl. Look, we're still trying to do our birthday luncheon.
And it's gonna have to be a twofold.
It's been almost 2 years now, because at the time it was my birthday. We were supposed to go, then COVID hit. So
yeah, that was last
birthday year.
So it'll be 2 years.
I know. Yeah, it's true. It really is. So, but so as
and
I
that's April, isn't it? That's April, isn't it?
What's April?
Your birthday. When is it?
That's my birthday. That's my birthday, Carolyn.
April 11th is yours.
My birthday's in 3 weeks, and she's saying April.
April.
February.
February what?
Thank you, Laretha.
February what? Laretha, what is it? February what?
I'm not
You are my special angel.
Okay, so it's February 10th.
Okay, we're gonna move on, and I will communicate with you later.
No, I need to know. I need to put it on my calendar.
I told you, honestly, I share with you, I will contact you.
Yeah, right. That's all right. Contact me, Laretha. Let me know when it is. Okay. Go ahead.
She said she'll contact me.
I will tell you this, Laretha, don't get pulled into Carolyn. She's already got Sylvia into it, so just maintain calm. Okay, so we are all together thinking about the Valentine something or other, whatever. If you found something you made regarding the Valentine theme, please feel free to share that. So at this point, does anyone or would anyone like to share their phrase of the week for next week's class? Or okay, so then I will find a phrase for the week. I want this to be an open forum, so you feel free to share what you feel are words that inspire us to help us move forward. Okay. So, oh, okay. Thank you, Laretha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, does anybody else have anything else? I'm trying to make certain I haven't missed anything at this time, at this juncture. Otherwise, we're coming to the end of our class. I told you about tomorrow. And of course, we are working on other things from the center standpoint. So make certain that when you receive those schedules, that you kind of check out on a daily basis some of the other, because there are new things being introduced all the time that you may want to look at that and see. I'm sorry, what I was looking at here is I saw something else that popped up with Ella's name, but we're good. So are we good?
We're good.
We're good.
Well, it's a good class today, and I'm really happy to see everyone as always. It's just great.
It is.
I saw participants 8. Where was the 8th person?
When Anthony was on here. Oh, Anthony Bailey. Yeah, sometimes when Anthony pops in, they're doing what they call, he's not really auditing the class, but just doing a check-in just to see, you know, what's going on. So that's where the 8.
Okay.
I'm sure it was him.
Okay, because last week somebody was on the phone.
Yeah, that was, what's her name? Was it Marie? She came
I think she said she was going back to the beginner's class.
Yes, Marie. She did come in this morning, and what I found out, she's originally from Bowden.
Okay.
So yeah, she did join in this morning, so we're good. All right, ladies, on that note, I will say it's been great, and looking forward to seeing you next week or any other class you guys choose to pop in on. We're good. Laretha, thank you for joining us. It adds a new flavor.
Okay,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
She's saying good to see you. Look at where her head is.
No, I'm looking up Nancy's number because I want to call her.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Well, once again, it's been a great class. I'm happy to see us, and you guys know how to reach out if you need me to follow up something, and I'll find a new gemstone to talk about next week, and I'll try to find something that's more, not memorable, but remove us away from maintaining a course. But just think about it. If you see somebody with jade on, now you know a little bio about that stone. So we're good to go. But enjoy the rest of your day. And I will hopefully chat with you later. Or if not, we'll definitely see you next week.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a blessed week.
Thank you, Ellen, for your wire creations. A great job you're doing.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.